Joining me now in the studio, Victorian Shadow Energy and Resources Minister David Davis. Great to have you in the studio. I'll get onto this blowout and these costs of transmission lines in a moment. Sunday, King Street Bridge, one of only, what is it now, 3 or 2 north-south accesses from the city over the Yarra. The police are already worried about what's going to happen. Should we not at least have a permit system so we have a discussion?
Absolutely, and the opposition has been very clear that we need a permit system, we need move-on laws, we need a suite of laws that actually helps regulate and control a lot of these clowns, frankly. Yeah. The idea that you're going to block the King Street Bridge or block the Sydney Harbour Bridge for that matter is absurd, and it's just wrong. These groups should not be allowed to get away with it. And I say this is the fault, especially in Victoria, of the Allan Labor government. They've been very weak, they've been tardy, they've not been prepared to stand up.
Well, you get a sense of supportive of the processes.
Well, what happened? Ingrid Stitt was an apologist for the protesters, an apologist for the extraordinary attacks at the National Gallery a few days ago.
Well, that was disgraceful. I mean, the Gandel family, great philanthropists.
Beautiful family.
Targeted because they're Jewish. That's anti-Semitic.
It's completely and utterly wrong. And the idea that you would block people at the front of the gallery in the same way is just extraordinary. I think Victorians are tiring of this. They don't want our reputation damaged in this way. And I think Victorians actually want action. They want to see the Premier step up to the plate. They want proper laws, move-on laws are part of it too, and a permit system like in New South Wales. So MINS, as you say, is far more impressive, but in Victoria it's been a free-for-all and it's quite wrong.
It's got to stop. Let's talk about this report from the Australian Energy Market Operator. It's revealed that the proponents of this VNI West, this is a massive transmission line connects New South Wales with Victoria, they estimate it will cost $7.6 billion, with a range of as much as 30% lower or 50% higher. This means the project could blow out to $11.4 billion. Have you got any idea what it's going to cost?
It's extraordinary. Initially, this started at $3.2 billion. Now we're told it's likely to be $7.6 billion, with this huge range, a massive range, up to $11.4 billion. And you know who will pay? You will pay. Every household, electricity bills, businesses and households are going to pay, and they're going to pay directly on their bill. Already bills are going up. You can feel it. Your electricity is up, your gas is up, and that's the result of 11 years of Labor in Victoria. They've lost control of these major projects. I mean, part of this is the problem with major projects in Victoria.
Yep.
They can't run the Metro Tunnel, the North East Link, the Westgate Tunnel, whichever one you want to choose, the costs have blown out massively, and this is no different.
The other thing I want to get you on this, I mean, I had the farmers on during the week. We have state government laws that threaten to fine up to $12,000 a farmer who refuses access to their property. What the hell are we doing?
So these are draconian new laws this state government is bringing in. States already have significant powers. They should have some powers to build projects. They've, build a road here or whatever it is, and they've got very significant powers to do that. But this is another layer, a new layer of draconian powers on top. It's a big stick to hit Victorian farmers and farming communities around the ears. $12,000 fees or fines for breaches, $48,000 for corporates. These are huge hits. It was forced through the lower house with just 2 hours debate yesterday, came to the upper house. We voted against it on the first reading, so we said we're not...
And when you win the election, you'll get rid of it?
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. We've been very clear that this is a layer of additional draconian powers that are neither necessary nor right.
Absolutely disgraceful it is. Why would Parliament be debating about building a statue of Daniel Andrews?
Well, what's happened here is an MP's brought a petition. MPs are entitled to, tick and support a petition, or even just to present a petition because there's a group of people in the community who've got a view. So it's important that their views be allowed to put.
Seriously?
Well,
Seriously?
So
Remember what Daniel Andrews did to us?
I do, and let me just say, I would not put his statue high on the list. If I was looking for statues, he'd be very low on the list.
I managed to get him banned from our golf club, so I don't really want to have to go and look at a statue of him. It's not going to happen, is it?
Look, I just don't think that Victorians at the moment, where there's a cost of living crisis, think that statues are the thing. Statues of Daniel Andrews after what he did.
Oh, Danica was on the program before us, played some old grabs of Daniel Andrews during the dark days of COVID, telling people you will
People
not
shudder when they hear this.
You won't take your mask off to drink alcohol when walking on the street.
Yeah, you do it through a straw or something.
Straw. Playgrounds are shut.
You won't be able to go fishing. Solitary fishing was banned.
You can play golf. Yeah. That gives me PTSD when I look at that stuff back.
And a lot of it was, as we found out through some of the FOIs that we put in, a lot of it was based on a lie. It was just a lie. The problem is he claimed it was health advice and it wasn't. And, we would all say, if you'd actually followed the health advice, we would have had a different outcome.
David Davis, let's hope there's not a major problem on Sunday, but I fear that it's going to get pretty ugly.
Well, I think the police have got the chance to really shine on this and to stand up. And I think it's time.
Got a bit of pressure on him.
I think so. And the Premier's got to be clear, and it'd be a good time for the Multicultural Affairs Minister to step back from her earlier and stupid statements.
Thanks for coming in. Appreciate
Pleasure.
it very much.